Hey there, welcome back to Cisco Reads Books. Today we got a military thriller Thursday review for you, and that is Scott McEwan and Thomas Kolonar's Sniper Elite One-Way Trip. So, this book was pretty good. Was it on the level of like a Dale Brown or a Tom Clancy military thriller? Absolutely not. But good characters, fantastic story. I'm continuing with this series. I think there's only 3 or 4 books, but this is definitely something that I have a taste for. I love the special operations community kind of books that go out there, and these are definitely like tier 1 operator type thrillers for sure. There is a massive trigger warning for a very brutal scene of sexual assault in the beginning of this book. There is a female helicopter pilot that gets captured, and it gets very brutal for a little bit, which you do hear about through most of the book in exquisite detail. So just know that going in. But yeah, so I'll read you the back of the book. We'll see what we got here. And yeah, one team, one shot, one way. In direct defiance of the president's orders, Navy Master Chief Gil Shannon, one of America's most lethal SEAL snipers, launches his own bold mission comprised of SEAL Team 6 and Delta Force fighters to free a female helicopter pilot being held and brutally mistreated by Taliban insurgents in Afghanistan. The president fears a botched rescue would be a foreign policy disaster and the end of his term. But once the special ops community learns that one of their own has been taken hostage, there is no executive order strong enough to stop them from going in, whatever the risk. Yeah, so like this book is fantastic. Gil Shanahan Shannon. I'm trying to make him more Irish. But yeah, Gil Shannon in this book is fantastic. What a main character that you get from him. Just the typical American Navy SEAL badass that we all know and love in our military thriller books. So yeah, the guy's phenomenal. The plot is good. I mean, it was a lot of the stuff that they were mentioning in this, because it happens like during the 2010 kind of surge that we were going through in Afghanistan. And like a lot of that terminology and a lot of the players on the field, like Karzai and all of these guys that like I knew from my time in, just because like I was, in the military during that time period. So it definitely used terms and names and stuff that I was familiar with from my time in the military, and just a phenomenal book. I highly recommend it. Just remember that there is that trigger warning if you're sensitive to such things, because I mean it is fully on the page what happens in that moment. So just know that going in that it gets pretty brutal. So yeah, there's like 2 or 3 more books in this series. This Sniper Elite series. So I'll be looking to pick those up. I mean, this was at one of the thrift stores that I went to with my daughter, and I saw it, and I knew Scott McEwan had done the American Sniper memoir of Chris Kyle, and it definitely piqued my interest, because even though he's written memoir, and fiction's a lot different from memoir, but I mean him partnered with Thomas Koloniar was a pretty good combo. I'm not sure if both of them wrote the rest of the series together or not. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. But this is like one of those books where I just picked it up on a whim because it looked cool, and I knew the author had done something previously, and I do like the Chris Kyle memoir. And his writing style is pretty fantastic. The plot, like I said, there was nothing really special going on with the plot. It's badass. badass special ops guys going up against bad guys. Um, there is a lot of kind of brutal deaths in it. As far as like uh, when the pilot is captured in the uh, first part of the book, she's with a ranger team, and they just get completely obliterated by this ambush. Really kind of heart wrenching stuff. Especially just knowing, like the lengths that these guys went to save her from being captured, to the point of almost shooting her to prevent that from happening because they know what was going to happen. Um, and when it came down to the final moment, like it was just like bam, and then she gets taken. And this all happens in the first like fucking 20 pages. So like nothing like major spoiler wise. Like you jump basically right into it. And Brooks as a character, the female pilot, just an extraordinary extraordinary character, full of will, full of just everything that you want to see from a female protagonist in a book. Really top notch, tough female vibes going on there. And I mean, female helicopter pilots, they don't fuck around, man. I've known a couple of them in my time in the military, and they're some tough people. And they're not afraid to, jump into the hairy ass zones and pick people up. So, kudos to them. But yeah, this book is good. It's fantastic. It has, the typical military thriller plot, but I mean, when you go into a military thriller, those are the things that you're looking for. The reader expectations are, good plot, action packed, lots of fucking shooting guns, killing bad guys. Like that's what we want. So, as far as a military thriller goes, like this is definitely not Dale Brown, Tom Clancy, Larry Bond level shit. But I mean, it was still a solid 3.5 stars for me. Which is average. Like, the book was good. I'm going to continue the series. Will it get better? Maybe. I hope so. But if it doesn't, and it's still just a good military thriller, I'm okay with that too. Like, not every military thriller that you read has to be groundbreaking. And some of them won't be. With that being said, though, I found a couple more just like one-off military thrillers. They're in my in the other room right now, but like those, I think I might add one because I bought a ton of book ones in like military thriller series over the years just to try it out, and then never ended up getting to them. Well, I found like 4 of them, so we might just try one a month and see. Like obviously, like Sniper Elite. Now I'm continuing on that series. I think I have a series problem though. There's just too many damn series I'm reading right now. So yeah, maybe like a nice standalone military thriller will be good. Well, speaking on that level, I do have Larry Bond's Vortex, which I got from my used shop on the dollar rack. So I might, maybe I'll give that a try because that is just a one-off military thriller, kind of like what's the one that Clancy does? Red Rising. And that was one complete book, and I loved it. So we might try to fit in Vortex, not this month, but probably next month as like our standalone military thriller read. But then yeah, we'll be trying some book ones that I have gotten a while ago, just to see what's up. And I mean, I'm pretty sure when I did the research, when I found those ones, most of them are only like 3 or 4 book series. So it's nothing like crazy like Dale Brown and like Dale Brown Dreamland, which is like 16 books, or the Jack Ryan universe, which is like 27, 28 books now. So, and even like Patrick McClanahan ended up being like 22 books, 23 books, somewhere around there. So like there are some monster series out there, but finding these shorter ones where it's like, it's a good romp, it's a good special ops romp, killing bad guys, like that's exactly what you want. But yeah, so I've rambled enough about this book. So go check out Scott McEwan and Thomas Kolonar's Sniper Elite One-Way Trip, because it was It was a thrilling read. And until next time, read, because reading